find a comfortable way to sit, but one that engages the muscles so the spine can grow tall, the shoulders can relax, the crown of your head lifts up, pressing your feet into the floor, rolling your shoulders a few times. We're going to be focusing this morning on the idea of flexibility. Circle in the other direction. As we accumulate years in our life, we tend to become less flexible. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, make fists with your hands, tighten the muscles of your arms, clench your jaw, squint your eyes, and then let all that go with a sound, ha. So flexibility is not just about flexibility in the body. The practice of yoga, which invites flexibility, can be a metaphor for your life. Allowing yourself to be open to new ideas, new experiences, new attitudes. Settling into your breath and discovering your breath as it wants to show up this morning. Noticing your body, your energy, your emotions, and also the busyness of your thoughts. And as always, we give those thoughts permission to just rest quietly in the breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly and chest as you breathe. Inviting the breath into every part of your body. Allowing your breath to deepen now so that the belly expands like a balloon as you breathe in. And that breath floats up through your chest all the way to your shoulders. And as we exhale, exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. Breathing in fully, drawing in energy and light, healing, fresh ideas. And breathing out any tension, any tightness, anything that doesn't serve your life any longer. The next time you exhale, releasing the three-part breath so your natural breath can come back and find you. Always taking a moment to notice how you feel. And opening your eyes, we'll bring our centering to close by bringing our hands to prayer position and joining our voices in the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Om Shanti, peace. May we all know peace. So as you inhale, allow your head to lift. And as you exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. So breathing in and lifting. Breathing out and lowering, always noticing what the neck is telling you. Whether there's tension or tightness or restrictions. And this time when you inhale and look up, you could just open and close your jaw nice and wide a few times, letting out any sound. Keep a lot of tension in the jaw. And then bring that back to center and allow your left ear and your left shoulder to fall together. I'm going to take my left hand and just gently place it on top of my head, allowing the right hand to fall towards the floor. So we can add some micro movements here. You can gently roll your head forward and back. And you can also draw that left elbow back a little bit, which will kind of rotate your head slightly to the side. Just doing whatever feels good, making sure you're breathing, staying connected with the breath. And then bringing that back to center, I'm going to bend my elbow, place the palm between my shoulder blades, and cradle that left elbow with my right palm. So as we go through our practice today, we're going to be, as I said, focusing on the idea of flexibility, and we'll be working through the body systematically, from the tops of our heads down to our toes. Let's take one more breath here. And then exhale, release that, let the arms float down. And take a minute to notice what you feel. So I'm going to bring my right ear and my right shoulder together. Palm resting on top of the head, left hand dropping down towards the floor. And remember, yoga is not so much about what you're doing, but the intention with which you're doing it. So to stay connected with the breath, to stay connected with sensation is the most important part. So let's gently add those micro movements if that feels appropriate to you. Rocking the head forward and back. Or maybe gently drawing that right elbow back. So you're kind of looking a little bit to the side. And then bringing it back to center. We're going to drop that palm down between the shoulder blades. Take a minute to sit up tall. Cradle that palm with your elbow with your left palm. And breathe. That's always the most important part. Drawing the elbows back, the shoulder blades back. Feeling the front of your body open wide. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And then on an exhale, release the hands, let the arms float down, and just take a couple of breaths. So we're going to do some circles with the neck, but we don't ever do full neck circles because there's a danger to the little bones in the neck. So we do half circles. So we'll start with the lower part of the circle now. I'm going to turn my head to the right. Take a breath in, exhale, drop the chin to the chest, circle it through, over to the other side. Breathe in, and exhale, drop it down. So we're painting a smiley face with our chin. You might hear some crunching and cracking and just general noises. But if there's no pain, it should be fine. So let's do one more of these lower half circles. And then pausing at the right shoulder, we're going to paint a rainbow now, going up and over to the left. Breathing in, lifting the chin, circling it over to the right. So if you're going a little faster or a little slower than I am, that's perfectly fine. Find your own rhythm. Just notice what the body is telling you. And then let's bring that back to center. So let's breathe the arms out from the shoulders. Inhale, turn your palms up. Exhale, rotate them down. Turning the thumbs as far down as you can. Inhale, lift the palms. Exhale, rotate them down. As you're doing this movement, notice what's happening in the back body, in your shoulder blades. Notice how the shoulder blades are moving closer together and then further away. Breathing in and breathing out. So we'll leave the palms up this time and touch the fingertips to the shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. So we're thinking about all the movements that each joint is capable of doing and going through those movements. So if you can ask yourself, is it yoga or is it not? It really doesn't matter. Just move the joint the way it was designed to move. This time when your fingers come to your shoulders, we'll pause there and we'll begin to make some circles with the elbows. So start small. Stay with your breath. And then gradually let those circles get as big and as wide as you can. Breathing in, open, breathing out. Feel free to grunt and groan and sigh. Good. And then pause and go the other way. So again, starting small. Remember, there's a lot of range of motion in the shoulder joints, but we need to be careful. And circling nice and wide. Feels so good. One more great big circle. And then open your palms out, turn them down, float the arms down, and take a minute to observe how the shoulders and upper back feel. So let's work these finger joints. We haven't done this in a while. So a lot of stiffness in the fingers. Sometimes there is arthritis there, but sometimes it's just using them the wrong way. So I'm going to touch the tip of my finger to my thumb, just going back and forth. Trying to make that shape as round as you can, curling each finger towards the thumb. Notice what happened to your breath when you did that. Let's do one more time, back and forth. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then flatten your palms as if they're resting on the tabletop. Take a breath in, rotate the palms out, and then in. So the only thing that's moving here is your fingers and wrists. Arms and shoulders are quiet. Breathing in and breathing out. In. One more time, breath in and breath out. Good. So extend your arms in front of you. Turn your palms so they're facing out. Take your left arm, cross it over your right, and interlace your fingers. Good. And now turn your hands inside out. See if you can keep your shoulders relaxed when you do this. And breathe. Good, and release that. Extend the arms in front, palms facing out. This time cross the right hand over the left, interlace your fingers, and turn those palms inside out. Notice how different it feels from one side to the other. Relax your shoulders. Relax your breath. Good. And let that go. And then just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your hands, wiggle your arms, wiggle your shoulders. We haven't done this in a while. Wiggle your chest, wiggle your head. You can even pick up your feet and shake them out. You can also let out a sound. I can't hear you, but I'd like you to be making a noise. Ha. And then just stop. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. And just enjoy that sensation and being flexible and silly. Good. So let's do the 6 movements of the spine, because we know the spine moves in various directions. It twists, it rotates to the side. So we're going to 6 movements of the spine. It's great to get at all those different areas. So we're going to begin with the dog and the cat. Inhaling as you bring your shoulders and elbows back, head looks up, chest moves forward. And then on an exhale, round your spine towards the chair, tuck your chin, roll off your sit bones. Good. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, let all the breath go, and really tuck your chin and tuck the belly. Good. Inhaling, opening. Exhale, closing. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhaling, opening all the way. Exhaling, letting all of that breath go. And then guiding yourself back to center. We'll move into our twist, starting with the right arm, stretching it out nice and long. Bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of your chair. Take a nice deep breath in, let your spine grow tall, and let's gently twist to the left. If you'd like, you can take the left leg and cross it over the right. Continue to breathe. See if you can feel the rotation in your spine all the way from the sacrum all the way up to your shoulders. Inhaling now, begin to release your twist, come around, and we'll go to the other side. Left arm stretches out. Exhale, bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the side of the chair. Lengthening with each inhale, rotating with each exhale. And if you'd like, taking that right leg over the left, making sure the left foot is directly underneath the knee. And we breathe. Breathing in, bringing it back to center, and uncrossing if your legs are crossed. So the last 2 movements are threading the needle. We'll start with the right arm. Again, a lot of energy in that arm, fingertips to shoulder. Slide that arm along your left thigh, easing yourself in as far as your body is comfortable doing today. If you'd like, begin to sweep that left arm up towards the ceiling. Head is relaxed. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's inhale now and release that, bring it back up. And go to the other side, left arm stretches out. And we slide it along the thigh, easing ourselves in. Bringing the right arm up to the ceiling if that feels good. Giving your head a shake always is a good way to remind the neck to stay relaxed. And letting the next inhale breath bringing back up. And just take a couple of breaths here. So let's do some sun salutations. So it was a nice way to start the day or anytime during the day. Remembering that sun salutations are a breathing technique as well as a posture flow. So if you forget what to do, just remember to breathe and you're 99% there. Good, let's inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, reach it back, nice extension here. Inhale, back to mountain. Open your arms, fold forward as you release the exhale. Palms to the knees, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, you're going to draw that breath in, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, reaching back. Bringing it back to mountain pose, and then back to your hearts. Let's do another one. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing back to mountain. Let that breath go completely. The more you let go, the more room you'll have for the next breath to come in. Coming up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up. And we reach back. Breathing into mountain and right back to your heart where you pause. Take some breaths. And just notice the effects of sun salutations on your body. So I'm going to bring my right knee up. You can hold below the knee, or if you would prefer, you can hold on behind the thigh, or you can even use your tie here if that feels good. Actually, it's a good idea to use the tie if you're holding on and you feel your shoulders are up here. Using a tie will help them relax down. So sole of your left foot firmly on the ground. Let's begin by circling the ankle. Nice and slow. And circle in the other direction. And then just spread your toes as wide apart as you can. Whew. And then relax. Spread those toes. A lot of little bones and joints in the foot. Spread the toes. And relax. So we're going to take a hold of that knee with the right hand and gently draw it out to the side. Left arm comes up, draws back, opening the front of the body. So you want to make sure that your left foot is firmly on the ground. Moving your left arm back as far as it will go. Following your breath. Great. So we'll bring that back to center. And then we'll move into the figure four stretch. So remembering the options are to cross ankles, knees, or actually letting the foot rest on top of the thigh. Take a minute to gently press. And leaning forward if you want a little bit more of an intense stretch. Keep those shoulders relaxed, keep them away from your ears. Make sure you're breathing. And then on an inhale, come on up. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that my foot is resting on my thigh, and I'm going to do a little self-massage on my foot. So I'm going to use my thumbs. I'm going to work around the sole of the foot, working through the arches. Don't be afraid to press it. Remember, your feet are carrying the weight of your whole body around all day, so they can take quite a bit. If you find a spot that's sensitive, you might just want to hang out there and work a little deeper. Work around the ankle bones, make some circles around the ankle bones. You can gently pull on each toe. You do this little piggy. This little piggy is mainly staying home, so. And then take your knuckles and just rub it on the soles of your feet. Rubbing the knuckles back and forth, and then just pound away. There's lots of acupressure points on the soles of your feet. So if you've ever had reflexology, you know how that works, but it's really good to wake up the body. And then if you feel like it, you can just pick the foot up and kind of give it a shake. And place it down on the floor. Oh, that foot's really happy. Let's see if we can do the other one. So I'm going to begin by bending the knee, drawing it up, making sure I'm sitting up nice and tall. And let's circle that ankle. Again, you can be using your yoga tie behind the thigh to hold the knee up, if that works. Making sure the sole of the right foot is on the ground, circling the other direction. And then spread your toes wide and relax. Spread the toes as wide as you can. And then relax them. Spread those toes wide. Great. Now we'll bring that knee out to the side. So left palm comes to the left knee. We draw the leg out. Right arm comes up and back. Don't let your spine collapse. Keep it nice and straight. Keep drawing the right hand back. Keep breathing. Great. Let's bring it back and go into the figure 4 stretch on this side. So again, the two sides might be very different. You might have more or less flexibility on this side. It all depends. So I'm going to press down on my knee, pull up on the foot, and add a little intensity by leaning forward. Totally relaxing my head and neck. Staying with the breath. And let's inhale and come on up. And this foot is jealous. It wants a little massage too. So taking the thumbs, working around the soles of the feet. Just working in, not being afraid to press. Hanging out if you find some tense spots here or there. Coming up to the ankle bones, the inside and the outside ankle. Pressing in and circling all around. And then coming up to the toes. Just giving them a little tug and a little wiggle. And then making a fist and using the knuckles like an eraser on the soles of your feet. It's funny when you do this to yourself, it's not ticklish, is it? When somebody else does it to you, it is. And then I'm going to just pound away, get a little circulation going. And then give that foot a shake. Oh, see if I can make that joint as loose as I can. And then place the sole of the foot on the floor and just notice the sensations. Great, and let's come up to standing. I'm going to stand by the left side of my chair to begin. So let's warm up a little bit for some balance work. So inhale, lifting up on your toes. Exhale, dropping your heels down. So just lifting and lowering with your breath. Take your time with this. Try to fan your toes out as wide as they'll get. And once more, lifting the heels up as you breathe in. And then exhale, dropping them down. So let's prepare for tree pose. We're going to shift weight to the right leg, which is the leg closest to the chair. Imagine that as you exhale, you're pressing that right foot down into the floor, separating the toes nice and wide. Choose a position that works for your outside leg. So once you feel secure, you can begin to add your branches. You can continue to hold on to the chair if you like, or you can use both arms to form the branches. Lifting up through your fingers, pressing down into your feet. Not holding your breath. Breathing fully. One more breath here. And then exhale, let's lower down. And release the foot. So we're going to do another version of the tree. We've done this before. We haven't done it in a while. So if you'd like to try it, feel free to try it. If you don't think it will work for your body today, just repeat the first version of the tree. So I'm going to take my leg closest to the chair, the right foot, and put it up on the chair. Taking a minute to draw the knee back. So all your strength is in your left leg and the knee is a little bit soft. So with this position, because you don't have to worry as much about balance, you can really focus on creating flexibility and openness in the hip joint. You can add the arms if that feels good, one or both. Make sure the supporting leg is a little bit soft, the knee is a little bent. The knee of that right leg keeps drawing back. Let's take one more breath here. And exhale, lower the hands. And release the foot. Great, take a breath. And notice how you feel. So we're going to come into warrior pose, warrior 1 and warrior 2. And I'm going to begin by stepping back with my left foot. So comfortable separation of the feet. Not too far. Take a minute to square your hips so they're both facing forward. A little bit of bend in that right knee. You can add the arms out to the side or overhead if you choose. And breathe. Lifting up through the fingers, again, pressing down through the feet. Try not to curl your toes. You want to fan the toes out. Give you a lot of space. Let's do one more breath here. And then exhale, lower the arms. And we're going to move into warrior 2. So I'm going to sweep my left arm back and my right arm forward. Now, if you need the right hand for balance, by all means, keep it on the chair. Again, a little bit of bend in the right leg. Right arm stretches forward, gazes to the right. Create a space between your shoulder blades. So you're pressing in opposite direction with your hands. Let's do one more breath here. And then exhale, lower the hands down. Step the feet together, and then step them apart. So we're setting up for triangle. Let's turn the right foot so it's facing the chair. Left foot turns in a little bit. So adjust your hips so they're facing forward. Reach that left arm up to the sky. Lots of stretch in the side body, and then arch. If you don't need that right hand for balance, release it to the inside of your leg. Adjust your gaze so you feel steady and comfortable. Make sure you're breathing. Great, let's put some energy in that left arm. Bring it up Back. Release the opposite hand. Stretch. Bring it back to center. Good. So there's another version of warrior. It's called Warrior 3. It's also called the balancing stick pose. So we'll do it in stages, and just feel free to stop wherever is comfortable for you. So I'm going to be sliding the left foot back and bringing it forward. So I'm just sliding the foot back and bringing it forward. My toes are still on the floor at this point. So if that feels right to you, if you want a little more, you can begin to lift the foot and lower your upper body so you're kind of rocking back and forth. Breathing in as you lift the back leg, exhaling as you bring it down. Try to keep your neck in a neutral position. And you can either stay here or you can join me by extending that leg behind you and reaching forward with your left arm. Gaze is towards the ground. Supporting leg is soft. Wonderful. Release the arm, step the feet together, take a breath, and we'll do all that on the other side. So we'll get ready for tree pose. Again, so all of your energy is in your supporting leg, which is your left leg. Choosing a position that works. Spreading out the toes nice and wide. Adjusting your gaze, your breath. One arm or two. Beautiful trees. Breathing and enjoying everything about this stretch. Remember, your toes are your roots, so let them sink down into the earth. Great. Breath in, lowering the hands. So taking your right foot now, let's step it back. We're getting ready for warrior. We'll do warrior 1, warrior 2, and warrior 3. So shaping your hips so they're facing forward, bending that forward knee. Adding the arms. Again, one or both. You can always keep one hand on the chair. It's perfectly fine. Hips are facing forward. Breath is steady. Wonderful. So let's lower the right arm, sweep it back. Left arm comes forward. A little bit of bend in that forward knee. Gaze is over your left hand. Shoulders relaxed. One more breath. And release that down. Step the feet together and then take them apart. Left foot turns towards the chair, right foot turns in slightly, hips face forward. Let's reach up to the sky with that right arm. Good, and arch. Left arm can release from the chair if you feel secure. Imagine all the muscles opening in the side body. Lots of breath. Flatten those feet. Notice when you're curling your toes. Once more, deep, deep breath in. Energy in the hand to bring you back up. A little bit of a counter stretch here. Oh, that feels so lovely. And then bring it down. And step your feet together. We'll get ready for warrior 3. So again, we'll do it in stages so you can stop at any level that feels appropriate for you today. We're going to begin by just sliding the right foot back and bring it forward. Slide it back and bring it forward. slide it. So you can either stay here with this, or if you want, you can begin to lift the foot and bring it down. Upper body comes forward, leg goes back. So if you'd like, you can stay with this movement, or if you want, you can join me to bring the leg up behind you and release the right arm forward. Remember to look down at the floor so you're not straining your neck. Good, softening that supporting leg and breathing. One more breath. Release the arm, release the foot. Take a breath. Great job, everybody. So we'll finish up with our seated forward bend. And boy, we really got a flexibility workout this morning, didn't we? It was good. I feel like all my joints are wide awake. So remember with the seated forward bend that you can choose a level that's appropriate for you. We start with the feet directly under the knees, separating them a little wider, and just easing ourselves into a forward fold. As you inhale, lift yourself up. You can either stay with that, or you can move the feet slightly further away. Remember, the further away you move the feet, the more the stretch will get into the upper hamstrings. So let yourself be the judge. That is relaxed. Coming up. And I'm going to stretch my feet even further away so the legs are almost completely straight, but there's a little bit of a bend in this. When you do this version of the stretch, really be careful not to slide off your chair. So take a breath in, exhale, come forward. You can actually hold on to the legs of your chair, or you can bring your hands to the floor. Press the soles of your feet all the way flat against the floor. Press them down. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale. Go on all the way up. Place your feet under your knees. And let's just take a minute to sit and breathe and savor the after effects of our practice. Allowing your eyes to be closed or looking softly at the floor, take a minute to just check in with your body, your energy, your thoughts. And reminding yourself that the breath in is bringing you energy, light, healing, new possibilities. And each breath out is letting go of any discomfort, any negative or limiting thoughts, anything that no longer serves you, just breathe it out. Staying connected moment to moment, breath by breath. So let's let the breath get a little deeper now and begin to stretch, move. Oh, let out any sounds that want to come out. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just your own personal dance. Let's bring our hands to prayer position and remind ourselves that the wisdom that we need is living within our hearts. We just need to tap into it and listen to it. So let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from fear. And may all beings everywhere know peace. So, Jai Bhagwan, Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing practice with me today. So I'll take a moment.